Hello, you are watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Stichina. What is setting the tone on Forex this trading week? As a rule, market sentiment depends on the rhetoric of the Federal Reserve. This week is no exception. Later in the global trading day, we will find out the forward guidance of the US Central Bank for 2019. Yesterday, Donald Trump tweeted that it was incredible for the central bank to even consider tightening given global economic uncertainties. The US dollar lost ground in response. Investors are cautious as the latest economic data from the United States warns of a possible slowdown in the largest global economy. Nevertheless, other countries are also facing troubles. I will provide you evidence a bit later. So, weakness of the US dollar is a just bearish response. The greenback is set to resume a rally in the short term. The pound sterling is the first to fall, prey to the US dollar. However, the British pound has a good chance to regain some losses thanks to a report on retail sales in the UK, which are expected to rise 0.3% in November. After a long period of contraction in retail trade, an annual pace of growth is marginally to 2% from 2.2% earlier. By the way, analysts had projected expansion in retail sales, but the forecast did not come true. The same disappointment is not ruled out this month. If so, the pound will extend weakness. The British currency is sure to fall in a few hours after the policy statement of the Bank of England. The Monetary Policy Committee is widely expected to highlight the Brexit-related risks. Each policymaker is likely to vote for the same course of monetary policy, so the regulator is going to maintain the key interest rate at 0.75% and the same amount of asset purchases. Tomorrow, the market will shift focus towards the Canadian dollar, which has already tumbled sharply amid a drop in oil prices. Today, the USD CAD pair could continue the upward bias despite weakness of the US currency. In the evening, Canada is due to release inflation data, but traders have grim expectations for it. In Friday, the loonie could grab a chance to regain its investment appeal. Canada will present a report on GDP growth, which is likely to show upbeat performance. The GDP is expected to edge up 0.2% in October. The annual pace of growth could have accelerated to 2.2% from 2.1% earlier. Besides, the Canadian dollar could find support from a report on retail sales. Analysts anticipate a 0.6% gain for October. Nevertheless, it would be a good idea for traders working with the loonie to monitor developments in the oil market. It would be useful to consider information from other reports. Tomorrow, the global day will kick off with a batch of important data from the Asia-Pacific region. The economic calendar contains GDP data from New Zealand, a report on Australia's labour market, and the policy statement from the Bank of Japan. The global trading day will finish with the data of less importance, though helpful for traders. During the North American trade, Canada is due to release a report on wholesale sales and ADP non-farm employment report. Early Friday, on December 21st, Japan will provide the national CPI, which could reveal a slowdown in consumer inflation. GfK experts will post surveys on consumer confidence in the UK and consumer climate in Germany. Later, the UK and the United States will present revised GDP data for the third quarter. Besides, traders will find out statistics on the US personal income and spending. You were watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Stichina. We wish you profitable deals.